Ooh, watch out, she's not watching. That's why you gotta be careful. Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're gonna be riding this guy, the Segway Max G3. This is a brand new scooter and I'm excited. Let me get on my helmet. All right, here we go. Let me show you the Segway Max G3, and I'm gonna talk about the 10 things that I love about this scooter in this video. And let's just start with this. So I have it charging. You can see it says flash charge here. It's the inverter is built in. So what that means is you don't need a brick, a power brick. All you need is a cord. Charges 3 times fast. Oh yeah, it's got a lot of cool sounds too. So this is all you need to carry around with you. Pretty darn cool, just a cord. If you want to use a traditional charger, then you can with the power brick and you can charge it. It's slower, but you can charge it right through there. So that's the first thing. You can charge really fast, so it's upgrading. And that's the other cool thing. This thing comes packed with tech, and with the upgrades, the scooter only gets better. The screen is beautiful. The controls, all very easy. You can control it with your thumbs, very ergonomic. Let's talk about this. If you like twist throttle, we got you covered. It's a twist throttle. If you like thumb throttle, also got you covered. There's a thumb throttle, so super nice. Huge upgrade for the Max lineup. Actually, the first ever scooter that was ever reviewed on the channel was the original Segway Max. Grab handle. Also doubles as a position or a place where you can lock your scooter up. Dual suspension in the back, dual suspension up front. Just a clean, good looking scooter. All right, it's all upgraded now. 44.7 miles of range with a 90% charge, but that's in walk mode, so you're gonna be going at a snail's pace. Oh, there's the turn signals, left and right. Very nice. Eco mode, 44.7. Yeah, in the drive mode, 36 miles of range. And here in sport, saying we have 30 miles of range. All right, let's go for a ride and talk about what I love about this scooter. We'll be going in speed mode the whole time, full throttle, 90% charge. Maybe wondering why it's at a 90% charge, and that's because this scooter is packed with a ton of cool tech, equivalent to almost my electric cars. Hello, friendly neighbors there. One of the things about riding the scooter is I always feel, especially on a new scooter that I'm not super familiar with, I worry about letting go of a handlebar to wave high. Although this one I do feel pretty stable. My son got in an accident riding one-handed on a scooter. He was actually on his phone, hit a little bump, lost his balance, and fell, broke his wrist, and had to have surgery. Since that time, I've been worried about one-handed riding on a scooter. You never feel super stable. One of the reasons why I love this scooter is because you check out that display, and with that display and with all the tech that's in here, you can actually connect it to your phone so you can get turn-by-turn directions on this display. You can get caller ID. You can see the time. Very nice touches. A lot of tech in a beautiful display. I've got polarized sunglasses on and I can still see that display perfectly fine in full sunlight. That's what it looks like right there. Not having to stop to take out my phone, not having to, while riding, reach into my pocket to take out my phone and be on my phone, and not having to put my phone on a phone stand, on a phone holder, on the handlebars. All big pluses. One of the other things is my phone costs more than this scooter. Doesn't matter how good of a phone stand you have on your scooter handlebar or your bike handlebar, there's always that risk that it could fall off, and that worries me. And very nice, very smooth. Right now we're going 20 miles an hour. Let's see, done sport and see how fast we can get it. Still at 20 on sport. Let me see if we can get this guy going faster. I wonder if the new update has kind of slowed it down in sport mode. Customize mode speed, this has got to be it. Oh, okay, so you can customize it. So the max speed, we're going 28. Okay, boost preparing. Check that out. Ready? Woo! Yeah, that is zippy. See that beautiful screen hitting 28 miles an hour. We got wide open roads, baby. Wide open roads. Whew. That was fun. Between the suspension, the pneumatic tires, the puncture resistance lining, I can feel comfortable riding on this terrain, light off-road stuff, and not have to worry about thorns or go-aheads puncturing my tires. So that's nice. And then the nice thing about the option with the thumb throttle that can be a twist throttle is if I want better grip, I can switch from thumb to twist and just pin it down like this, and I can have full grip of the throttle. Because sometimes when you're on uneven terrain and you're just using the thumb throttle, you can feel like you don't have a firm grasp of the handlebar. This is a zippy commuter scooter. This is one of the zippiest, smoothest riding commuter scooters. I mean, it feels like more than a commuter scooter. This is a fun scooter with the speeds that you can reach on this, and the speeds that you can reach on it so quickly. Tell you more about the specs. It's a 850 watt motor, peaks out at 2,000 watts of power, top speed of 28 miles an hour for a nice quick ride, very smooth. Getting the feel for this guy, really enjoying it. Now you may ask, why did I start with a 90% charge? And it's because in the app you can program your max charge allowed. A lot of batteries, like in my Rivian and in my past Tesla, they advise you to only charge up to 80% because the battery, depending on the battery chemistry, but a lot of batteries are happiest at 20 to 80%. And so charging beyond 80% is a strain on the battery and actually degrades the battery life. And so by being able to set a max charge rate, so I've set it to 90%, I don't have to put that strain on the battery. So hopefully I can preserve the battery life and the longevity of the battery on this scooter. I mean, this is more than a commuter scooter. This is a fun scooter. Also nice that if you have kids that are going to be riding this, in the app you can set the max speed for each speed mode. And so if you wanted to kind of nerf it down a little bit so it's not overpowering or too fast for whoever's going to be riding it, you can certainly do that. And that is a nice touch. A lot of safety features on the scooter. So again, boost mode, hold down on the brakes and the throttle, boost mode preparing, ready, and jump on. Woo! That is zippy. Brakes feel good. 28 miles an hour, stopped fairly quickly. And oh, that's another cool thing about the tech in this. It's got traction control. Some other tech in this scooter is regenerative braking. And with the regenerative braking, you're able to charge your battery just like you would an electric car each time you brake, each time you use the electric braking. And so that'll help with the range. I like that this commuter scooter has a kick plate, but I do wish it were a little bit bigger. I do find that the back of my foot sometimes ends up resting on the fender, which is not where it's supposed to be. It's like a little mini kick plate, a very fun little mini kick plate. So right now it's electric braking, it's slowing down on its own, and that's charging the battery so I can have more range. And in our full review we'll tell you our range test results, so you can check that out. This is just kind of like an intro ride with Jimmy, test out this new scooter. This road is quite bumpy with all the cracks, expansion cracks, and all the repairs that they've done, but the suspension does a nice job dampening all that out. Takes turns really well. The tires are nice and soft, and yeah, just a very stable scooter. Brake test. Yep. I'll let the cyclist pass. Try to be friends with these cyclists. We share the road with them, and we want to be their friends. Love this section of road though. This section they just did, what, a couple years ago, and it is smooth like butter. This is what, almost feel like you're skiing on nice powder, or snowboarding. Woo! just doing the carving. So we've gone about 5.8 miles. We're down to 46% charge. We started at 90% on this ride. And it says we have 11.4 miles left. I think that's being a little generous, especially at the rate I'm riding. All right, nothing to see here. Let's get out of here. Woo! I do love how zippy this thing is. Like I said, this scooter is part commuter, all fun. All right, had to swap out the batteries. After swapping out the batteries, I switched it to Hyper View. It used to be on Super View, and before that it was just on Wide View. So you tell me what view you like the best. I don't hardly ever use Hyper View just because I feel like it distorts the edges of the image, but may be good for something like this so that you can see better. All right, so we've got 43% charge left. We've gone 6.5 miles, 10.6 miles left to go. And let's keep exploring. So I'm gonna full throttle this thing. Oh man, love how zippy it is. This road is awesome. We're going into the wind now, so the wind's slowing us down. We're not hitting the top speed. And like most scooters, like most any electric devices that we ride, scooters, e-bikes, electric unicycles, one wheels, as the battery goes down, so does your top speed. So I think that's probably also factoring into it, between going into the wind, going uphill, and having less of a battery charge, being less than 50%, that is draining our battery. I wasn't planning on doing a range test, but if I ride this right, maybe we'll end up at home with next to nothing on the battery. We could drain this all the way down. Let's see. But you may not want to do that in real life for reasons that will be explained in the full review video, so make sure you check that out at Freshly Charged. The advantages to having an electric scooter, a commuter scooter that can go up to 28 miles an hour, is you're safer in traffic. You definitely are. Some people don't understand, but speed does equal safety. And let me explain. I just saw a study that came out recently that people that drive on the freeway going 5 miles an hour under the speed limit are more likely to get into an accident than people that drive on the highway going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, which is counterintuitive, right? You think that if you're going slower, you're actually safer. Not the case. If you're going slower, you're actually a hazard yourself. But if you're going a little bit faster than speed limit, you're able to stay out of harm's way, I guess. And so having a scooter, my turn signals are still on. So your turn signals don't time out. When you're going fast, the wind noise makes it so that you can't hear everything that's going on around you. Ooh, that car that just passed by. They must have a skunk in the car, or they're having fun with the devil's lettuce, one of the two. I don't know, does it smell like skunk to you guys? Maybe it's just me. As a kid, I think whenever I'd smell it, my parents would just say that it was a skunk, when probably it was some guy smoking weed. And oh man, yeah, try to get as close as you can to me, buddy. Share the road. I've told you some of my favorite things about this scooter. I do have to say though, there are a few things where this scooter can improve, and there's one area that definitely needs improvement in my opinion. I'll share that in the full review with you guys, and with how you can fix it. The fix is pretty simple. In this video, I just want to tell you kind of all the things that I like about it right away. We've gone 10 miles. It says we have 5.7 miles left. Let's hope so, because I'm going to take the long way back and I don't want to have to walk this scooter. And again, we've been in sport mode the whole time, basically the whole time. And I've just been mashing on the throttle. Now that we're under 30% charge though, I'm only getting 25 miles an hour top speed. So, okay, back to the purpose of this video. I just wanted to take it out for a ride because we're still editing our review video. It's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated, and for a very, very disappointing reason. The reason being is we recorded that whole review video, and then come to turn out when we go to edit it, it had no audio. Big bummer. Our GoPro, we use a GoPro with a media mod. We've never had that problem before. And so now we are looking at different options to continue making our videos. Should we continue with GoPro with the media mod, which is what I'm filming on right now? Hopefully we have audio. Or should we change? And I'm thinking about upgrading or switching to the DJI Action 5. A lot of compelling reasons to go there, but that's for maybe a different video. But you guys let me know in the comments. Should we switch to the DJI Osmo 5? Ooh, I am worried. I'm a little worried at this point. Maybe I should have taken the long way home. Another nice little lake. My son caught a big old snapping turtle in a lake just like that. Thinking about getting into fishing since we got that electric fishing kayak. That thing is sweet. You know what else is sweet is this scooter. And man, I just need to thank you guys for supporting the channel, watching the videos, your likes, all the supportive comments. It's pretty amazing to see how the channel has grown so much over the last few years. All right, now we're on the road again. And look at how far we've come. We have gone 11.7 miles, full throttle mashing on a 90% charge. So we are down to 13% range and I'm getting 19 miles an hour. We're gonna be heading up a hill too, so hopefully we're okay. There's a nice Rivian in slate gray. Still a big fan of my Rivian. Going on what, 3 years now? Pretty crazy how time flies. So when they advertise this guy as what, 40, 50 miles of range, that must be in eco mode, because this in full top speed throttle mashing mode where you're just going as fast as you can, you are not getting 50 miles of range. And we're still going uphill. I think I can. Now that I'm going slower and I'm going with the wind, I can actually hear the motors, or hear what should be the motors, and you actually can't hear the motors. Very silent. This is a very quiet scooter. Some scooters are pretty loud, their motors. Others make a loud, pleasant, distinctive noise like the Dualtrons. I like the way the Dualtrons sound. This one is just silent. And so you can see what I'm talking about, like cars zooming by me. We can have cyclists zooming by me. When you're going slow, you're not necessarily safer. We're just gonna limp back home. So it looks like we're gonna end up with I'm probably about a mile or 2 miles away from home. We'll end up about 15 miles of range on this high-speed range test. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to check out our full review coming out soon at Freshly Charged.